Hello Mzansi and welcome yet again to another episode of Bona Retsang. This is the only youth show that gives you a platform to voice your opinions on all that is happening in and around your community.
Now, as you guys know, we love hearing from you guys, so make sure you holler at us on our Facebook page, or you can even tweet us at Bona Retsang. For more detailed information on the show and the awesome presenters, check out our active website.
That is correct, guys. Now, unfortunately, today is our last episode of Bona Retsang for the year, so without wasting any more time, let's go and check out today's lineup.
First up, we take a look at the options that you have after finishing your matric.
We then meet up with local talent Mpumi on Zishani.
Then on Ring and Nazi, we hear your views.
And then, of course, funny man Bugaman Bova gives us his wrap-up of events.
Now, that looks like an amazing lineup for you guys today. But right now, it's time for us to head over to Istamto. And today in Istamto, we take a look at the options that you have after passing your matric. For so many young South Africans, getting the chance to further their studies is a dream come true. But so many obstacles hinder them from walking through the big university gates.
What's the right time for us pupils to apply at university?
The right time is as soon as possible.
The first day of the opening day for applying.
Most of the large institutions have closing dates, and that's public and private. So you really need to start getting your applications in straight away and make sure that you know what the closing dates are. Some have waiting lists and will take later applications, but you are communicating to an institution that you're organized and serious about your future if you meet the deadline. And remember, you need to apply at more than one place, because if something goes wrong, if you're ill or the maths paper is worse than you thought it would be, you need to have options. Do your homework now. What we don't want is you to be hitting the exams in October or the results season in January, not really knowing how wide your choices are.
So guys, what if it happens ukuthi I wanted to do law and law bafuna, okay, maybe I wanted to do BCom and sciences, and ama-marks ami, they happen not to be good at the end of the year. Ngayenza nje?
Supplementary exams.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest and most important thing to do if you don't get the results that you thought you were going to get is to take a breath and plan again. It is not the end of the world, and it certainly isn't the end of opportunities. Not succeeding the first time doesn't matter. Not trying the second really does. So if you didn't get what you hoped for, then look at your alternatives. And of course, if you plan now and apply at more than one space, then you've left yourself with a whole lot of choices. But if you don't do that, then you need to start planning then. So look at volunteer work, look at doing other things, applying at institutions that are still open.
What about a person who wants to study and he come across like obstacles like finance and stuff like that? What's the other alternative?
I always hear people bahlele ekhaya bathi they not going to school because they lack of imali, akunamal. There are a lot of opportunities out there. There are loans. There's NFSAS which pays for studies.
And actually, don't forget scholarships. People are willing to pop up their money for you.
What you should be focusing on now is that daily dedication and daily focus and getting your applications in. For most of you, the matric parties and dances are pretty much over. Now it's really important, just get the last bit done. And then deal with the excitement or the disappointment afterwards and take it as another step. Take it as a series of journeys. This is the beginning of something wonderful, and there may be a roadblock on the way. But what really is going to matter is what you decide to do every step of that way.
Well, I really hope that Istamto helped you guys out there. Now remember guys, just because you may not have achieved the marks that you would like in your final examinations, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world.
Let's go find out what our School Squad journalists have for us today.
Hi, my name is Nwadi Samanina from Indo Secondary School, and my topic is freedom. So let's go out there and see what people have to say about freedom. So can you tell us what freedom means to you?
Well, freedom means a lot of things to me. First, it means that I have freedom to say anything that I want, I have freedom to walk to any place I want to be, and I have freedom of becoming who I see that I am. That's what freedom means to me.
Right now I'm standing with one of the educators of Indo Secondary School. I'm about to ask him what freedom means to him. So, first, my freedom is
Oh,
Freedom, I think, is being able to do what you want to do. But I believe absolutely that one's own freedom is attached to other people's freedom. So I can't take away somebody else's freedom so that I can be free. I've got to grant other people around me the right to be free as well. And I think that freedom comes with such a huge responsibility. If we all realize that, we'll be a wonderful country.
Really interesting clips right there, guys. But now it is time for us to head over and roll out the red carpet and see what the celebs have been up to on Umgosi.
It's that time again for you to get your weekly dose of Umgosi. It's official, David Beckham will now become royalty. It is reported that the retired soccer star is set to receive a knighthood in the New Year's honours list. The former Manchester United and Real Madrid player's name was put forward after he ended his 20-year-old career. Well, congrats to you, Becks. I'm sure people will now be calling you Sir Beckham. In other entertainment news, if Miley Cyrus' twerking and ratchet ways are not enough, well, listen to this. During the MTV EMA Awards, while the Wrecking Ball star walked up on stage to get her award, she decided to light up a cigarette or what looked like weed. People, Miley Cyrus has definitely reached the highest level of being heard. This seems like a cry for help. So somebody, please, please, please help this girl. Well, that's it for this week's Umgosi.
Well, I do remember once saying upon this very show that Miley Cyrus would not be able to handle the thug life. And it seems that I was right.
You were so right. And I hope that she can realize that she really needs help.
I think so, yeah.
But right now, let's take a quick breather. When we return, we have more Bona Retsang action in store for you.
StudyMate is a series of study guides and DVDs created specially to help you ace your final exam. The StudyMate study guides and DVDs are available for all your key subjects like English, physical sciences, accounting, mathematics, and many more. Get your StudyMate revision material now. Call us on 011-482-4053. Or you can visit our website on www.studymate.co.za for more information.
Welcome back to Bona Retsang. Do remember to holler at us on our Facebook page, or you could always drop us a tweet at Bona Retsang.
Kodwa kumanje asamsobheka ukuthi ama-Love Life groundbreakers asiphatheleni namhlanje.
Na biso la me ke Karabo Modise. Ke goletse ko Mafikeng, then I moved from Mafikeng ke tla Rustenburg. Ke tsene sekolo teng fa Rustenburg. I started dancing at an age of 10 years. And then I started gorobala ka age of 13. Se se ragetseng ke gore ne re ile competitioning ya dance ko Civic Center. Ne re kopana le di artist, and then after competition re ile ra ya go celebrate ko ne re kopanetse te re robala te re filo marobalo teng. Ko ke teng go simoletseng thobalano ka ngwaga tse di ko tlase, which is I was 13 years old, and ke robala le motho o nana le dingwaga di ka nna 18. Se se ragetseng ke gore I was under peer pressure. Ke ile ka dumalana le ene gore re diragatse thobalano without even using protection, because ene ka nako nang khatella ka ditlhaloganyo, and it was something se ne re dumalana gore re setsa for fun. Mare wa re nna ke itse gore ko morago ditlamorago tsa teng ga di go siama, because I was still young. I did not know anything about thobalano. All I knew was to see on television mara go diragatsa. Ne ke sa itse gore go diragatswa yang until I started go diragatsa le ene ka age ya 13 years. I did not feel anything because ke so se ne se batliwa ke ene se nna. So just because batho bana ke dance le bone ne ba se etsa, and then le nna ke le ke ipela gore ne I must do it, but not knowing gore ditlamorago tsa teng di a gonna yang. ka go feletsa ke lwala stuff and all effect tsa teng ke le ka lwala ke le ka tshwara ke bolwetse ba bitsang ba re ke sexual transmitted disease. Then I went to the clinic for help gore ba nthuse on bolwetse bone bo ntshwere, and then even le nna mo go nna mmele wa me o no sa functione like o no functiona before, cause ke so se le gore ke se ile sa destroya some of the parts mo go nna mo mmeleng tse le gore ke ne di se ready go ka diragatsa thobalano at an early age of 13 years. Ke tsone di effect tse ke di ponetseng, but I went to the clinic and I got help. Ba ile ba mfa information and they advised me gore I must not ever repeat that, especially mo age e ne ke le mo go yone. The best advice to give is that they must abstain from thobalano. They must not have sex at all, because they will find themselves in a danger ya gore situation e ba go nna mo gone ka nako yo ga ye go ba letla than nna ikile ke kry-a thuso ke a tswa mo ka bonako, because botshelo ba gompieno ke botshelo ke bo tsamaela ka pele thata. So I advise bašwa gore ba sa robala at all. They must abstain from thobalano and wait for the right age gore ba ka robalanang ka yone.
Great clips there. Thank you so much to the Love Life Groundbreakers. But moving right along, it is time now for Zishani, and this is where we meet up with young South African professionals who are making an impact within their sectors.
Now, we were lucky enough to get a chance to sit down with a TV presenter, businesswoman, and all-round talent Umpomi to find out more about her amazing career.
Mpumi Mbete is a 26-year-old from Ewitbank. I grew up there, I went to school there. I matriculated in 2005. The journey that got me this far has been a trial and error. Grab opportunities as I come along, ask questions. I've just been that girl since primary school. I did everything. So how I got here was starting where I was. So whether there was a school play, I'll do it. And should I then decide to take acting now, it's not unfamiliar to me. Preparing for shoots would normally start maybe on a Thursday. We'll have a production meeting. I'll then get scripts, my profiles on whoever, if there's a personality that I'll be doing. You want to keep up with who they are and what they're doing before, and you can't always follow scripts to the T. Sometimes there's something that maybe is not in the script that you think is interesting and you can add into an interview. So I spend some time doing my own research and preparing. Highlights in my career have been so enormous. Some of the people that really got me thinking long after the interview ended, or people like Lyra. Another person that really got me is a guy called Michael Eilertson. He's what they call South Africa's Richard Branson. He's so energetic that his energy is contagious. I walked out of that interview, registered my own company. I had to do an assignment where I interviewed Leanne Manners of Morning Live, and to this day, a little note that she wrote to me after our interview makes me wake up with a new passion for what I do. The media production company, we're focusing mostly on corporate media productions, and so we'll do corporate videos, we'll do corporate activations and the CSI campaigns. And I went for this niche market because everyone is going to entertainment and broadcasting, but I thought there was a gap, especially from where I came from, in Mpumalanga. But so I've got contacts, I've got the skills and the resources, take this back home and do something a bit more stable, because the truth and the harsh reality of our industry is that it's so unstable. I think the qualities that one should possess in any industry is, one, to know who you are. Because if you come into a field and you have not defined yourself, it will define you. My grandmother usually says that the higher the tree grows, the harder the wind hits. So if the roots are not firmly on the ground, you'll go with the wind. I have a few mottos in life because I love quotes. I love, if I read a book or a magazine or even a tweet, if I see something that is really inspirational, I love quotes. The one that I really truly believe in is that where your joy is, success will follow. To all the young people of our beautiful country, there's so many opportunities out there for us to take advantage of. If a door is closed, it does not mean it's locked. And if it's locked, it does not mean you can't create your own doors. Learn to identify those doors in your life and walk through them.
Thank you so much, Mpumi. That was really inspirational right there. It is always refreshing to meet somebody within the media sector who has an unbiased opinion and who is down to earth.
I totally agree with you over there, Zach. Kodwa kumanje asamsobheka iclip ye-School Squad journalist yokugcina yanamhlanje asamsobheka.
indaba ekhoyo phakathi kwabantwana besuka emakhaya ngokuba silapha esikoleni benemisindo futhi ngoba mhlawumbe omnye uyadlaliswa ngomnye akhuphe ibhoso ahlabe ngenxa yesake kwale khande ke baye banikwe iziyobisi ukuba bazozithengisa apha esikolweni ngabantu abathetha iziyobisi ekuhlaleni konke loo nto leyo ke isikhokelelwa kube inkulula benziwa ntoni yindlala baye bayithatha zikhane bezo ziyobisi ukukhawuleza kuba bekhona bazawuthini bazawufumana imali yokuthengisa iziyobisi
Thank you so much for sending in your clips right there. And just in doing so, you have won yourself a Casio watch to the value of 500 Rand. Guys, remember, if you want your clips to air on Bona Retsang, all you have to do is send them in to the addresses appearing on your screen right now.
Kodwa kumanje samsothatha ikhefu masibuya. We have more Bona Retsang action in store for you and uBhukuman Boba.
Remember that time you had a maths teacher that spoke way too fast and you couldn't make sense of what he was saying? And then he got hit in the face with a soccer ball during break and the swelling made him sound like a crazy person? But then you got hit in the face with a soccer ball and had a concussion for a week? And when you got back to class, you had no idea what was going on and it felt like your head was going to explode? No problem. Moby School offers free daily video lessons on Mixit for grades 10 to 12 in maths, maths literacy, physical sciences, life sciences, and accounting. Moby School. We got your back.
Welcome back to Bona
Retsang.
Do remember to get at us on our social media sites. We love hearing from you.
Kodwa kumanje it's time for us to head over to Iringanati.
Crazy. Gout. Stay verse.
Dubstep for me is just, you know, a fuse of different type of elements of music, such as rock, pop, you know. It's basically music to express yourself and, you know, to just wild out and just go crazy.
So it's always got like new sound effects, new type of, you know, stuff like that. So like when I listen to dubstep, like I pay attention to the instruments because like there's a whole lot of instruments that are out there, you know. So that's why like I just sit down and listen to the instruments. I don't need the vocals. No.
My favorite dubstep artist will have to be Skrillex. He popularized it and he just switched it up like, yo.
With house tracks, it's more of an African feel, but with dubstep, it's more of a, you know, a popular culture. Like everyone listens to dubstep, black or white, Indian or colored. So that's what makes dubstep so different from all the others, because it brings everyone together.
The beat can actually tell a story, like in dubstep.
Nobody's the coolest dancer in the dubstep category.
There's no lead dancer in dubstep. Everyone, you join in.
Come through with your own move, Nje.
You get joined.
Yeah.
People will join in.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, today is the last Bona Retsang episode for the year.
Hey, and what an emotional day for the both of us, PK. But don't worry, guys, we will be back next year. All of us here at the Bona Retsang team wish you the best in your future endeavors. But, as you know, we can never go anywhere without hollering at our main man, Boogle Man Boba. So, Boogle, holla black.
Hello and welcome to Bona Retsang. My name is Boogleman Barber, and I'm going to give you a wrap-up of what is happening in the world right now. First up, ANC Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa says you must vote or the opposition will come back to take over. He says you must vote or the opposition will come back to control us. I mean, come on, Cyril. You cannot still be threatening people with apartheid. You can't do that, man. It's like the ANC is a mother who's feeding a baby who refuses to eat. It's like, come on, eat your food, man. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Oh, you won't eat. You won't eat. Apartheid. Apartheid. Okay, yeah, good. Eat it. Eat that corruption. It's good for you. You can't do that, Cyril. All right, now moving on to African news. A Sudanese woman is set to get a whooping. Yes, a whooping. They're gonna whoop her in the patootie. I know you ask me, Bugu, why they're gonna whoop in the patootie? Why, Bugu? I'll tell you why. They're gonna whoop her in the patootie for indecent attire. What does that mean? Was she wearing skinny jeans, heels, or something like that? No, she just didn't cover her hair. She thought it would be cool to whip her hair back and forth, then whip her hair back and forth, then whip her hair back and forth. Now she's getting a whooping. All right, now moving on to some international news. A Chinese man, Jian Fang, is suing his wife for... Ladies and gentlemen, there's no easy and nice way to say this, but he is suing his wife for giving birth to an ugly baby. Yes, he's suing her $120,000 for what he describes as an incredibly ugly baby. Can you imagine how it was, Chef? Is it a boy? Is it a girl? No, it's an ugly baby. I need to call my lawyers. This is nonsense. All right, now finally moving on to some entertainment news. Award-winning Kwaito star Briggs is facing rape charges. Briggs, anybody but Briggs, guys. Mr. Sweetie, my baby. I mean, can you imagine how it was when the police came to detain him? He must have been like, yeah, what, yay! Anyways, Boogleman Bob is signing out. I'll see you next year. Holla black. Whoa!